afternoon here at Decatur Square. Partly cloudy, 80 degrees. I'm gonna play some songs for you. If you have any song requests, make sure you put them into the chat. And also remember there's the super chat going on. Haha! Hi Kingston boy. Hello my love Christine. Alright, here we go, let's try it. Alrighty. Keely Pack. Yes, that's right. Tracy Chapman for you. Glad you like it. Coming to you live from downtown Decatur, Georgia. Let me just show you around the spot. They're setting up now for a arts festival that's going to be this weekend. So this is the square. Let me see if I can do this here. There we go. Beautiful downtown Decatur Square. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be like jam-packed, like 50,000, 60,000 people coming through. So, so if you're around Atlanta, Georgia, downtown Decatur, make sure you come check it out. It's a really, really cool thing. Probably the biggest festival, I think, in Decatur. So check that out. Yusuf, good to see you. Hey, if you have any song suggestions, song requests, put them in the chat. I'll see if I can play it for you. Also, remember there is opportunity to do super chats and stickers and things like that. So you can do that. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. You're welcome, Sassy Pie Hole. That was Rocky Top. Oh, you recognize this song? Rocky Top, Tennessee. I don't know who wrote that song. We used to sing that when I was back in high school. You're welcome for sharing. Hey, Fred, good to see you. When I was in high school, I was part of the chorus, the singer, and singing in the chorus. That's one of the songs we sang. Akita, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. While we're on that note, let's do this. All right, that was Country Road. Hello, Maureen. Take me home. Appreciate it. Hey, make sure y'all are liking and subscribing. Make sure you hit the notification bell thing because I'll be going live this weekend at the Decatur Arts Festival. You get to see all the people passing by and having a good time. So Sunday is my spot on the calendar, but I'll also be just doing some busking and stuff during that event too. So you don't want to miss it. If you have any song requests, you can put them into the chat, and I'll see if I can play it for you. Song by the Luminaries. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's the name of a girl. Angela. That's right, okay. Any song requests?
Anything. Whatever you feel like playing.
What's any favorite artists you got?
Huh?
Any favorite artists? Or styles? I'll let you look at my song menu. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. Jason, Maria, ¿cómo estás?
I would love to hear some Beyonce.
Ah, Beyonce. Let's see. Let's try this again.
so much.
You're welcome.
How long have you been playing?
Violin since I was a little kid.
Okay.
But this setup, maybe 6, 7 or 8 years, maybe,
Okay.
with the looper pedal and.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
very like that. That's a lot of technology that looks very cool. And also, I don't know how you keep it in here. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, you got a camera. Are you like live streaming or?
Oh yes, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube.
Oh, have you considered TikTok?
I have TikTok. I'm not sure. I
You're
know.
not
I
sure?
like on TikTok. Does it save the live streams and people can find them later?
They don't. They save the live streams for you, but for your personal usage.
Okay.
I live stream on TikTok, and it's very easy to get a following quickly.
Ah.
And there's all kinds of things happening on. People do all kinds of things in lives on TikTok. I talk about movies.
Uh-huh.
I just have like backgrounds that are just lists of movies, and people just comment their favorite movies, and it's fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're doing this. This is really fun.
Awesome. Thank you. Any song requests?
Not really, but have a good day.
All right. Take it easy now. Hilchod from England. Good to see you. Thank you, Jason. That was what's her name? Hola Maria. That was Beyonce. For you. Having a good time out here. Any other song requests? Put them in the chat. Just a little bit closer. Hey, we're doing all right. Okay. Let me see. That one and that one. So. Try this. All right, you got it. Adam one. Adam says it's blurry. Hey, let me know if you're seeing blurriness. Sometimes it seems to happen out here. Tomorrow before 1 p.m. or Saturday evening at 5. Tomorrow. Hang on 1 second here. On tomorrow. Okay. Michael Jackson Thriller. All right, Regina. Let me know if anybody else sees that it's blurry. I'll see if I can change it. What's up, dude?
You good on the wall?
I'm good. Thank you, sir. If anybody's ever seen Alexander Misko, he's a Russian guy, plays guitar, and like in between, like in the middle of his songs, he'll like tune down the key, the strings, and then he'll tune them back up and stuff. Pretty wild. But anyway, I just thought of that, just down tuning this. I don't know any of that crazy stuff, but he does pop songs too, covers. All right, here we go. This is for Adam. No, this is for Regina. Okay. There you go. That was for Regina, I think, who wanted knowledge point. Play some Indian song. Hey. Clovis. Hey, good to see you, Clovis. Bengals, Eternal Flame. Let me see if I got an Indian song in my pocket. Let's see. Sure, I'll tune it up. See ya. That was an Indian song. If you recognize that song, type in the chat what it was. If you think what it was supposed to be. Bengals, Eternal Flame, Linz, Stevie Wonder. Oh, that's a good one too. Hola, Valdir Correa Machado. ¿De dónde es? ¿De dónde es, Valdir? De Argentina, no recuerdo. All right, let me try this one for Lens first, Clovis, and then I'll come back to you. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. Let's try it again. Here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. That was, I just called to say I love you for whoever asked for that song. Killer song. What killer song? Adele, Someone Like You, Angelica. That's a good one. Good evening, Karun. Alright. Let me try. Oh, ants crawling on my phone. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Eternal Flame. Let me try Eternal Flame and then I'll do some Adele. Thank you. Gotta figure it out in that song. Women in love, mean love song. It's kind of familiar. I'm like, glad you are enjoying the music. Let me do Adele for Angelica, and then let me try a song for Joanna. All right, this is Adele. You wanna do a shaker? Also have this, yeah? It's all right. Appreciate it. Let's see.
Knock Music House with Alfredo back in the day. It was a long time ago. Charles is my name.
Charles
Eastman.
Charles Eastman, right?
Yeah.
Jen was your
Yeah, Jen was my mom.
Get
I just
out.
want to say you're killing it, man. It's awesome to see you here.
What have you been up to?
Just music, man, touring. I play in a band. We just got back from a little Midwest thing. But yeah, just
Serious?
yeah, man, living the dream.
Appreciate it. Thank you. What? So you writing songs and stuff? Or?
Yeah, man, I play the keys and I sing in this band. But yeah, man, it's cool writing music. It's amazing.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You ever connect with Alfredo and him?
I haven't in a while. I knew his daughter a little bit in high school, but no, I haven't talked to him in a good bit. But yeah, I follow him on Instagram, so it seems like he's doing well, and and she's killing it. So
Yeah, doing the acting and stuff.
yeah. But yeah, I see you around here all the time. So I was meeting some buddies for dinner, and I came over. I saw you. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
How old are you now?
21.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Growing up.
That's wild. So you went through Grady and
I went to Paideia, not too far from Grady.
Okay.
But yeah, I graduated from there. I went to Georgia State for a little bit, and then dropped out to do my whole band thing. And then social media did its thing like 8 or 9 months ago, and we've been touring pretty hard ever since.
what?
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's fun.
How can I check you guys out?
Oh, whatever. Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music.
Hang
YouTube.
on one second, Joe. I'm doing a live stream on
Oh,
YouTube.
no worries. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What in the world? And it's like a dream come true.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, it's awesome. Cece, yeah, she's not really singing anymore much, but she's in college in Tennessee at Sewanee, so she's having a good time. She's living her life. Yeah, all those folks are doing well. None of them I don't think are still doing music like full time or anything, but no, they're all doing well. Everybody's good from back then. It's been a little while.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, just I wanted to come by and say that everything sounds amazing, and I love what you're doing. I always did, but yeah.
Thank you. You want to be on my email list?
I think I already am actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I get them all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what's up? I got my 1.5-year-old and
yeah, man. Seems like all's great. But yeah. How often are you out here doing this?
So lately I've been out, multiple times a week. I'm gonna be playing at the art festival on Sunday, and I'll come out busking Friday and probably Sunday afternoon too. And then take a little bit of a break during May, but then June, July, I'll probably come out as much as I can during the evenings. It's good practice, good,
Of course.
good connections and stuff like that. Yeah,
Absolutely. That's awesome.
And then maybe I'll go on tour with you, man.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be incredible. Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, I'm gonna see if my friends are over there, but yeah, it's awesome to run into you. And,
For sure.
yeah,
Hey,
best of luck with everything.
That's exciting.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I
gonna
hope
tell Alfredo
to
that,
run into you again soon.
Awesome. I'm gonna check out your band too.
Yeah, please
What
do.
up, bro?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Take it easy.
Good to see you, Charles.
Yeah, you too.
What in the world? Hey, that's awesome. So that's Charles. He must have been 14 or something, 13, 14. And me and my friend were working with him, trying to help him become like a star, music star, because he had this just natural raw talent. But now I guess he's in a band touring and stuff. So I guess maybe it pays off. That's pretty cool. Really exciting. All right, any other? Oh, Joanna, Lady in Red, here you go.
I have a little more for you.
Thank you.
Pretty. That was good.
You're good. Thank you. Feel free to take a card. Thank you. Yep. You're welcome. Have a good evening. Sorry, man, inflation. Friday. Hey, I appreciate the song request. Also, if you're digging the music, make sure you like and subscribe. And check out some of those special features like the stickers and the super chats. There's also some good stuff in the description, some links there. Erica, Richard Marks right here waiting for you. Lisa Loeb, I stay. I think I'll stay right here just waiting for you. I don't know if I can do this in mashup. That'd be kind of cool. Let me see. Hey, that was fun. That was right here waiting for you. Thank you, Jason. Richard Marks for Erica. Hey, I appreciate the song request. Keeps me on my toes. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, and also hit the notification bell because I'll be going live crazy times sometimes. You don't want to miss the show. I'll be playing this weekend at the Decatur Arts Festival right here downtown Decatur, Georgia. My official time is Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. Sunday at 12:45 p.m. I'll be playing right over there. But also, I'll probably go out, hit the streets, do some busking as well. So stay tuned. All right, this is for Katya. Stay. Here we go. Huh?
You gonna be out here Mother's Day?
No, not Mother's Day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this weekend I'll be here. Thank you. Thank you, John Stewart. Appreciate it. Clovis, head shearing perfect. That sounds like a perfect idea. All right, let's see here. I don't know if I'm getting any better at my jokes, man. All right, appreciate the song request. Thank you, John. Better Man, that's a good song too. But I don't know if I know that one. All right, what did I say? Perfect, here we go. Cool. Da-da-ba-da-ba-da-da. All right. Yeah, I appreciate the song request. Michael Jackson, You're Not Alone for Lens. Da-da-da-da-da. Maybe I'll try that one. Let me see what I got. Pretty Girls, Smoke 2. That's good. Glad you subscribed. Good to see you go, Joanna. Take my breath away. Ooh. Gary. Hello. You're okay. You're okay. Jonathan Garcia. Thank you so much. Thank you, John. Let me try this one for Lentz, and then I'll come back to you, Joanna. Let's see. Let's see here. Should be okay. Let's try it. How you doing? Whoops. Try again. Whoa, that's not right. Here we go. Yeah. Let's try it. Never done this before.
Where's your bucket?
Here we go.
Don't you let the wind blow that away.
Yes, gotta be careful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cool. This song's got a lot of changes. I gotta. Spiders crawling on my feet. Hold on a second. Spiders. Okay. Hey, Fred. Good to see you. Hey, Kevin. Thank you. Angelica. Maria. Que bonito. Muchas gracias. Hey, what? Oh, let me play this song for Joanna. Why don't y'all let me know where in the world you are? I know some people are from like maybe Russia and Spain and Indiana and stuff like that. Maybe you can meet somebody from your own country or your own town. Hello, Jimmy, Karikat, Adam, one. Also, let me know if the live stream is blurry or anything. All right, this is "Take My Breath Away." Oh, that's right, by Berlin. Right. Thank you. We got the dog trainers here. Come by every now and then to walk their dogs.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Tippy college. Oh goodness. Leroy Brown, Mina's gonna be a good one. Good spot, thank you. Lithium, not sure. I will always love you. Nirvana. Hey, I'm loving these song requests, man. Let me go back up and see if I missed anything though. The Google Dolls, Iris. Let me try Google Dolls. Can't do it like that. I gotta do it like that. Nice. Thank you, John Stewart. Thank you, Jason. Gobel. Hey, I'm loving the song request. There's one song I wanted to play. Oh, John is in San Antonio, Texas. Anybody else in Texas? Fred is from Indiana, Southern Indiana. I want to try this one. Heard on the radio on my way over here. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Celine. Adagio for strings. I don't know that one. 420. Celine, very emotional. Awesome. Yeah, that is from Spider-Man, I think. Yeah, that is. Glad you're enjoying the music. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Okay, heard this on the radio. Try it. Try that. Okay. Cool. That was a Zach Williams song. Heard on the radio on the way over here. All right. Thanks for subscribing and liking. Make sure you click the notification bell. Also, if you're digging what you are hearing, you can always show some love and support through the stickers and the super chats and stuff like that. And you can check some of the links in the description too. Let me see. I thought there was some more song requests. I don't know Adagio for strings. Sorry. What was the one I saw? I'm looking. Whitney Houston. Oh, and Nirvana. Hey. Let me play some Nirvana and then I'll do some Whitney Houston. All right.
You got a special place for this? Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. fingers are starting to feel it. Hey, hey! Hope y'all are digging the music. Make sure you like and subscribe, and share with other people. Just make sure we're getting all the messages that we're supposed to be getting here. Boom, da ba doo ba doom ba dum boom ba doom ba doom. I'll play just a little bit longer here, and then I'm gonna take off. All right, so what was the other song that was requested? Boom, da bo doo boo. Whitney Houston, let me try that for you. Let's try this one. Try this way. Here we go.
Big black boy in the wheelchair. Man, he passed away on this man. The mama come to tell us yesterday. Man, he died.
Like what happened?
She's trying to figure out. She's trying to wait on the autopsy. Whenever you get time, could you play that gangster lane? This is for my homie.
Who's it by?
This is for my homie. Gangster lane, Blood of Crips, Pyro Love. Yeah, gangster lane. Look it up on your phone. It's called Gangster Lane. This is for my homie.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep going. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. It's one last song for you. I'm gonna take off, even though it's nice out here. Let's do that one. Alrighty. Jessica Williams, good to see you. Simki, good to see you. Jenny Kato. Party doll. I don't know that one. Alright, I'm gonna take off here because gotta get going. Appreciate y'all being on the live stream. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification thing. Like I said before, I'll be performing this weekend at the Decatur Arch Festival, downtown Decatur, Georgia. And it's gonna be pretty cool. So Sunday, the 4th of May, starting at 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. If the live stream works, that'll be the best. It should work. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Plus, I will probably be busking some more around the area with thousands and thousands and thousands of people, so it'll be a good time. Anyway, check you out later. God bless. See you next time.